What's up, family? This is your favorite cousin, Rich. And at what point is keeping it real a crutch? Again, at what point is keeping it real a crutch? I feel like too many times we, quote unquote, keep it real, and the people who really keep it real lose out. How many times are we trying to keep it real, or how often do we keep it real, with our folks or the community, keep it real, or, whatever the case may be, however we keeping it real? How many times do we do that and it stops us from being the best people we could be? You code switch or you try to speak intelligent in certain areas so if it leads to forward advancement. Or they say you ain't keeping it real. It's like, well, if you're in China, you going to speak English? Like, no, you're going to speak Mandarin. You're going to speak what's best to come across to those people so they can understand. But to them, you ain't keeping it real. Like you should talk how we talking all the time to everybody. Like, now sometimes you got to switch it up. It takes a skill for you to know how to switch it up. It's survival tactics. They say you ain't keeping it real, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't wearing all the latest drip. They say you ain't keeping it real if you date outside. Because you dating a Becky, now you ain't keeping it real. Like, sometimes you don't understand what people go through. That person could love black people too, but it would just so happen he crossed the Becky and Becky liked him, and whoop, 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 there we go. Now, there's deeper nuances to that, but I'm just keeping the surface level for right now. Or they say you ain't keeping it real because you want to move out the hood. Or they say you ain't keeping it real because you don't want to associate with certain people no more because you see it don't lead to no growth. How many times is it you keeping it real? Like, say, for instance, when you was in school and you could advance or you could go to the smart classes, or you want to stay after school and probably do some, nerdy like chess club. Ain't nothing wrong with chess club or book club, or, whatever kind of intelligent club, whatever kind of sports, you want to play golf or tennis or something that's not really, deep into the black culture or whatever culture, hood culture, whatever the case may be. You wanted to embark on that journey, but you were scared, because you weren't keeping it real. Somebody was going to ridicule you for not keeping it real. And now that held you back from doing what your heart really desired. How many times is us staying to our roots or what we perceive to be us or what we identify with? How many times is us sticking to that so hard, quote unquote, us keeping it real? How does that really block us from being our true selves, our highest selves, our highest potential? Are we keeping it real with the things that's keeping us stuck? You ain't keeping it real because you don't want collard greens and ham hocks no more. You want to eat a salad. They say you acting white now. They say you done lost who you are because you want to drink kombucha instead of drinking sodas. You ain't keeping it real. Or you hold up a mirror to your people and say, this is what we need to change, or else, we going to perish. Or you ain't keeping it real. Or will you tell your people to take accountability for what we can in order for us to move forward? And you're not sitting here blaming the white man. You ain't keeping it real. But all this keeping it real sometimes ain't nothing but a crutch. It ain't doing nothing but crippling us. Keep it real for who? Like really sit back and think about it. Keep it real for who? Because anybody who don't want you to be your highest self ain't somebody that we should be associating with at all. Somebody who equates realness with degeneracy is people we don't need to equate with at all. A lot of times the people who saying you got to keep it real are the folks who stuck. Are the folks who can't change themselves. That's why they say misery loves company. Because they see the people who are starting to drift to their higher self are really about something, really found themselves, really love themselves, really want to grow. And the people who force them to keep it real ain't found that yet. So like I said, misery loves company kicks in and boom, here come the shaming tactics. You keep it real about your speech and what you say that it's hard for a black man to find a black woman out here that can be on his type of time and that he can pour into, that he could grow with, and she's healed. You ain't keeping it real if you call that out, even though you keeping it real. Now you ain't keeping it real. Because keeping it real to a lot of people is sticking with the agenda that leads us down the dark, steep road. That's their version of keeping it real. Is no growth. You ain't keeping it real if you know, you don't want to be a part of a community no more. You ain't keeping it real. You ain't keeping it real if you call folks out on their bullshit. Well, if that's the definition of keeping it real, then shit, I don't want to keep it real with you no more. To be honest with you. Because I don't see how we could be around people when they can't call us out. It's just like you got a friend, they see you fucking up over and over and over and over, yet they don't call you out on it. What kind of friend is that? And who define what realness is? Who define these are the standards that we should be basing our lives on, basing our community on? Who set that standard? Who? Or was it an entity? And we just influenced it and thought it was our own action. Hint, hint. Again, who established that, or was it an entity that established that through the back door and bamboozled us to think that it was us who implemented that? Don't let keeping it real be your downfall, especially for a bunch of people who won't catch you if you're falling. Don't do that. So if there's anything out there that you want to do, you want to play golf, you want to play tennis, you want to go to the ballet, you want to go to the opera, you want to listen to Taylor Swift, you done tried dating black girls, you done gave them the benefit of the doubt, you done tried, you done built you something, you done established you something, you got you a foundation, and you want to go date outside to see how they treat you as a man. Not on no fetish type shit, not on that, but you know, you really want to establish something, you want to go date outside, cool. Same thing for the women. If you want to go date outside because you tried with Pookie, you done tried with the black man, you done tried with the black kings, and they all be on bullshit and you tired, okay, then go out, go and try. Don't let nobody shame you into keeping it real. Because the truth of the matter is, it's a fucked up situation the whole way around. You see how we gaslight our people to staying in the barrel? You see how we gaslight our people from not achieving growth, not achieving our high self? It'll always be the closest people to you that'll be your downfall. And the only reason is because they don't want to see you up. It's because they don't have no forward movement themselves. It's because they're scared to grow themselves. That's it. If it's something good for you, you got to do it. It don't matter what people think. It don't matter what the community think. Especially if they got skewed judgment. It don't matter. Don't let that be your downfall. Don't let that hold you back. Anyway, this cousin Rich. Hope this can help somebody today. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.